back with Dubster Dive. And Di, you're here this time.
I am.
Yes! And for the theme of this month, we're going to cover stuff that's based on games, and it's going to range from being either okay to probably really bad.
Well, with directing that incompetent, I would say really very below average.
Well, the subject of today is Devil May Cry, the animation, because everything has to be called that one based on something. And for those that don't know what Devil May Cry is, well, everyone has one rock they live under, I guess. Especially when we've been uploading it on our channel for how long?
Go watch DMC2. I had to suffer because of this asshole.
Speaking of which, this anime is meant to bridge the gap between DMC 1 and 4, is what I would say if this were 3 years ago. Oh, the timeline's fucked, and now it's between DMC 1 and 2. I guess that retcon works, sure.
Well, no, now it's between DMC 2 and 4.
What? No, it specifically says between 1 and 2 for this.
Not anymore, it's not.
That's what I'm talking about, though. This anime used to take place between 1 and 4, because 2 is after 4, but now 2 is before 4, so now it's between 1 and 2. The full timeline is now 3-1 anime 2-4. Did they have to make this more complicated than it needed to be?
No.
It says so on the show's page, man. Believe me, I looked it up because I wanted to know who the fuck it was that directed this. We'll get into that, though.
And he's a sick, sick man, and he needs help.
So first, the history. This anime was done by Studio Madhouse. You know, Death Note, Hunter x Hunter, Hellsing Ultimate, which automatically makes you think this is going to be awesomely directed and well handled in the animation department.
What are you, fucking high?
It aired in June of 07, mid-season. That's not a good sign already.
That's a really good sign. Showing signs of brain activity.
But in Anime Expo of 2007, ADV would announce they got the master license to dub this franchise before being forced to hand it to Funimation with 30 of their other titles in 08. That's just...
Oh, you mean they wasted their money on it because they were fucking broke? I mean, what?
Yeah, ADV. They went under 09. Well, the dub would come out in October of 08, or if you bought the limited edition of DMC4 Vanilla, it came with the first 4 episodes on DVD. Remember when those were a thing?
How unfortunate for you.
What, DVDs?
No, to have this bundled with your DMC4.
But I don't hate this anime. I just think it's fucked up in a lot of areas. Hey man, you haven't seen the Pits of Despair until you've watched Gilgamesh. You just don't know.
You can't compare everything to Gilgamesh. Well,
anyway, we'll get to the animation in a minute. So the story basically follows Dante at his everyday job at the Devil May Cry, hunting demons. The show is very episodic for the most part. But it does cover things like how Trish and Lady met, and even elaborates a little more on Sparta's backstory, I guess. And we'll get more into that in story spoilers, I guess. Spoil an episodic thing. But next animation, Di, go ahead. Tell them how good it was.
I would. But I'm sorry. I'm just staring at Dante's eye. Alright, it was directed incompetently. The animation is passable.
The animation itself is fine. It's direction.
Oh, sorry. We just I just been informed that we just had like 15 jump cuts in the past 5 seconds.
Yeah, For those who don't know, the director of this was one Shin Itagaki, who would also go on to direct the 2016 Berserk series. A man who is infamous for hating directing action anime and hating action as a genre. Why would you keep giving this man action anime to direct? That seems really ass backwards.
I mean, you could say that, but even the scenes of them sitting around Devil May Cry talking are also directed incompetently.
It's clear he had little interest in directing this at all and was only meeting a quota. I get the same feeling from Berserk. Allegedly, crunch time was a thing too from Capcom around the time, saying that they wanted to promote DMC4 and needed this anime out now. Which, based on what we know at the time, does sound about right. So that might have factored in some scenes not animated as well, but as far as the directing, I think that's all him.
You can't tell if they're animated well, because we just jump cut to something completely different. Also, now we're looking at someone's face again, because what are lip flops? Non-existent, apparently. No need, but you could stare at someone's fucking eye.
Every time it jumped to an eye shot, it really did make me think that someone out there was like, I saw Death Note! Let's just do a shot like that, guys!
It did not... No, don't compare this to Death Note.
But it's done by the same studio.
Yeah, but clearly it needs a director that's not inept.
Yeah. Well, I guess moving on from the shoddily animation, again, we'll get back to that when we talk about some of the episodes. Trust me. I guess let's move on to OST, which at least thankfully that's a little better than the animation. I mean, at least feels like DMC OST.
I never said animation, I said directing.
Yeah, because
animation... when you the animation is passable to... What do you expect? Also CG's there, because Madhouse loves CG too.
Yeah... I don't know.
I mean, even the Rebellion is CG. In some shots.
That is one thing, though. Apparently, if you look in the background of some of the shots in the bar, you can see his devil arms from DMC 1 and 3. I don't know if that's true or not. Did you catch any of them?
No, I was too busy staring at Dante's eyes.
Look, I know Dante is hot. Oh, come on, man. Just look at that. Look at those eyes.
I'm sure maybe if I freeze-framed shots, I could maybe have seen some. But this is clearly before he sold them all off in DMC 5.
At least it's a good reason why he, doesn't have his weapons after each game. But yeah, so I guess back to the music thing. I don't know, I thought the music was decent. A lot of it did feel like Devil May Cry more so than DMC Squared.
What? You mean DMC Squared, where I could, the music was overshadowing, obnoxious, and there's no volume control for it for some fucking reason?
Yeah... I actually don't mind the OST for this series. I think some songs are even worth looking up if they were on Spotify. What? Rest of DMC OST's up there.
Yeah.
But I guess let's go to
comparing this to the actual DMC OST from 1, 3, 4, or 5, nothing special.
I don't know. If you look up the track Pain, that was my favorite one from the OST. That's the one I know off the top of my head by name. And some of the vocal tracks were okay, I guess. With what 2 or 3 there were. It should be noted this anime didn't even license its own opening, instead using one of the OSTs as its opening.
And man, did we hear that. There's like 3 different versions of it.
But alright, I guess time to move on to the whole English dubbing thing, which the history with this dub and what it aired on is really stupid, because aside from DVDs...
Oh, I know you've been waiting for this. You wouldn't shut up about it all day.
So first, the dub would air on the Funimation channel in 2010, for whenever that was around. I think that's shut down now. Before randomly landing on Chiller TV on its Anime Wednesdays block in 2015. Which Chiller TV, some of you might be asking? Well, it's a TV channel that's only hosted by AT&T of all providers, and is only known for showing horror and supernatural flicks.
And man, did they pick a good one.
So, they wanted to get into the anime business by airing their stuff Wednesdays at midnight. Calling it Anime Wednesday at that point's bullshit then, because that'd be Thursday. But even aside from that, here are the animes on the block, because I'm never going to get a chance to talk about these people again, I'm sure. Is This a Zombie, Tokyo Majin, Black Blood Brothers, and DMC. If you're a casual wanting to get into the anime market, is that where you'd want to start?
Yes, you need to start with...
Is This a Zombie, one of the etchiest anime out there? The type of anime that would make people be like, dude, anime's for nothing, pervs.
Well, it's not that etchy with some of the other stuff out there.
I don't know, man. To a casual that doesn't know any better, I think they would see it as pretty etchy.
And... yeah, that's what... No, you don't start casuals off with an anime with a premise like that. I mean, the show is amazing.
Probably cover these more in depth at some point, but... yeah, needless to say, Chiller TV... well, the Anime Wednesday block kind of died after only 3 weeks, with its 3rd week only bringing in 12,000 viewers. Just let that sink in.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder why they didn't survive to compete with Toonami. But
maybe
yeah,
being inept, getting animes that...
they're B-tier animes, let's be real.
See the B-tier.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, the C-class might be where this anime might be going at the end of this discussion.
Yeah. So go on, get on.
Alright, so Chiller's... I even think Chiller TV is a channel no more, but aside from that, let's, I guess, get to the dub. So first, Dante. Voiced by... Justin Cause? Okay, we're fucking with you, it's Ruben Langdon. But seriously, back when I first saw this show in 2008, I actually did think Justin Cause was his real name when I didn't know any better. Because I never saw the credits for DMC before. So...
yeah, you're one of those plebeians who never beat DMC 3.
But I did beat DMC 3, just after I beat 4. Yeah, my history with DMC is weird.
Point and laugh at this man every...
yeah, I did 1, 2, then 4, then went back to 3. It might have been because after 2 I just didn't want to go back anymore to DMC. I needed a break, which was a mistake, I know. We're getting off topic though. Ruben Langdon. Honestly, he kind of makes this dub. Let's not kid ourselves. I mean, you've heard his line delivery.
I mean, he sounds like Ruben Langdon.
He gives a great A performance, man. The dub is probably one of the best aspects about this show. So next, We have Lady. Let's get the recurring characters out of the way first. Voiced by Melissa Davis. Someone who was in Gilgamesh. Why does this anime keep coming back to haunt me?
It's okay. If you don't acknowledge it, it will go away.
But it won't. Okay, either way, I don't know. I think she did a good job sounding like Lady from the games.
Which is what you would say if they didn't change voice actors like 3 times up.
Well, at the time it was in DMC 3 and 4. I think she did a good job sounding like. When looking up stuff on this show, the first thing I saw was, yeah, they actually got Lady's voice actors back in for this anime. Was what a lot of people were saying. So I think that should tell you that they did an okay job. If most people didn't even notice.
I mean, that is if you don't pay. That is if you're someone who has actually seen DMC3's credits and can recognize voices, then you'd be like, "There's people smoking something."
Oh come on, leave the casuals alone. They didn't do anything to you.
Well, yeah, they killed Chiller TV. They're monsters.
Whatever. Anyway, Lady sounds decent, close enough to her from the games. So I don't think anyone will be disappointed in that. Then we have Trish, voiced by Lucy. What? Recurring main. That's what I mean. The ones from the games.
Yeah.
That's what I probably should have said. So, Trish is, you know, Lucy Christian, or Uraraka from My Hero Academia for all of you trash weebs like us out there.
What the hell's an Uraraka?
Alright, I'm gonna regret saying this because you're gonna make a dick comment because you're you, Nami from One Piece.
Oh, bringing up that, huh? Yeah, I guess it is as bad as Dragon Ball Super.
You're gonna make so many people hate us, you know that?
Isn't that the point?
I guess. Sure. I don't want people to hate me. I mean, it's gonna happen anyways. Whatever. Next, I guess, well, first let's talk about Trish for a minute. Honestly, she does an okay job sounding like Trish from DMC4 since the game and anime dub did come out around the same time, whatever. It's noticeable, like if you listen, you can tell it's not the same person clearly with this one, but I still think it's a decent job.
Being how Trish, whose voice before this was an early PS2 dub.
Yeah.
Gotta fill her dark soul with light, man.
Fine. Let's move on then to the characters that are anime only that got retroactively added into the canon. So first we have Dante's agent Morrison, who is Caucasian in this game. No, he's black in DMC5? I really want to know what the hell happened here.
I don't know. That gave him way more of a personality. Especially if you hear his narration for the combos, if you turn that option on.
Well, he's voiced by Rob Mongol, someone whose name is, kind of silly if you ask me. Yes, I make fun of people's names. I'm an asshole. But, again, as Morrison, I think he did an okay job. I mean, look at Morrison. You can tell how annoyed he is that Dante keeps screwing up and costing money. Because Dante's, well, he's Dante. I don't think anyone would be watching this that hasn't seen the games before, would they?
Yes. But those people are weird. Hi, weirdos.
We're weird too. It's okay. Next we have Patty, the other main character of the anime, who's with Dante in just about every She's the little girl Dante saves in episode 1. Again, more on that in a bit. She's voiced by Hilary Hogg, or Lily Ruka from Don Machi. Try to think of some of their other famous roles people would know. Guy, help me out here.
No, I'll let you sweat it out.
Aha. Well, they played one of the mains. They played Riku and Dean Angel. There, that's a show I'm sure lots of people have heard of. Definitely. Yes.
What are you, Chiller TV?
Okay, fine. I also brought them up in the Saint Seiya Netflix dub, so... And they weren't Razafon. Oh, hey, they weren't Gilgamesh. Yeah, we're skipping that one. Okay, whatever. Point is, they did a good job as Patty. They did a good job of... I don't know. I know a lot of people are mixed on the character, whether she's annoying or not. I thought her performance, though, made the character not as annoying to me. But then again, I'm weird.
Yeah, and you're weird.
Well, fine. Fine. Let's talk about someone that I know everyone will love to hear is in this dub. Let's talk about the main villain, Sid, voiced by Chris Ayres. Or the real Frieza, I guess. What? It's Frieza.
Yeah.
You like Chris Ayres?
The Soyu Tengu cometh indeed.
A Speed Grapher reference? Now who's referencing chiller shit?
That would have got that would have been a better air on chiller than the other stuff.
So yeah, Chris Ayres, honestly, he's another one that steals every scene he's in this show.
Yeah.
Sid is such a prick, and you really just can't wait for Dante to shoot him at the end of the series.
Yeah. But you don't get to see it because we cut away. Fuck you.
We're not at the part to rant about that more yet. We're at the part of ranting about how this English dub has California dubisms. You know how there were how many Andrew Loves?
4?
Okay, only
3?
4, huh? 3 or 4?
3.
Okay. Well, let's break that counter. How many John Swayzes?
How many episodes?
I think there was more than 12, and that's the sad part.
No, one of them is a minor recurring character in that diner Dante goes to get strawberry sundaes.
Well,
because he is a man that likes pizza and strawberry sundaes.
Do you not? Do you not like pizza?
Yeah. Then again, you're one of those weirdos who ordered pizza at 3 a.m.
But hey, this dub also has 3 Vic Mignognas. That's something.
Yeah, blink your ears and you'll miss it. Because they might as well be called Walla.
That's not true. He played a couple of the one-off demons.
I mean... Yeah. Okay, but then he gets shot. Oh wait, sorry. I take that back. You couldn't see it. It cut away. My mistake.
You realize you're ranting about the wrong thing in the wrong area. What are you doing? How could you? But it's okay, because clearly IGN did something right. Because they claimed that they loved the dub much better than the sub. Because they said Ruben Langdon sounded much more emotional and involved than the sub version of Dante. That is the first thing IGN has said that's been correct in how long?
Yeah.
Oh. What?
Well, DMC didn't even... and what a coincidence. 4 is the first DMC game that had subs. I mean, language option.
Yeah, apparently this anime wasn't just dubbed in Japanese and English, it was also dubbed in Spanish? I don't know. I thought that was a little weird because I don't know. Normally that's reserved for the A tier anime to get dubs in Spanish. But okay.
I mean, they did have Capcom backing them before they went bankrupt again.
What?
What?
Well, either way, despite the repeated dub-isms with the Swayze comic.
Casuals won't pick up on that stuff. That's
No, because I remember
the
first time I did watch the show over a decade ago, I didn't remember just hearing the same buzz. And after all, when have I ever been wrong? I thought Justin Cos was his real name. Didn't you?
Yes. And that's what we call having to go under an alias because you're in the Union.
Just in cause. Get it? Because if you take out the U, it's just in case. You see what he did there? It's brilliant.
Yeah. It's brilliant. It's a flopping fish.
Well, I guess we're moving on to spoilers. Before that, yeah. I give this show a C. Which I'm sure Ty's probably going to be much harsher on it than I was, but then again, he had to look at the animation.
Yeah. Sorry.
But we're moving into spoilers, so if you want to watch it...
I'm gonna have to give it a C-.
I'd say watch it at least once if you're a DMC fan. Strangely enough, I have heard of people getting into the series through this anime, watching it and then going to play the games, so... You do you, I guess.
It's not bad, it's just incompetently directed because...
Damn it, Shin Itagaki. You know, when I first saw that
if you're watching it casually, you'll probably won't notice much of this stuff, but... looking at it with a critical eye, you could fucking see all these cutaways, and they're just bad. Okay, so, Dante shooting a demon. How many cuts are there? Within 5 seconds, take it away.
Oh yeah, wasn't it like 5 at least each time?
Okay. Okay, in the span of like 2 to 3 seconds of him shooting a demon against the wall, it literally cut 4 times, 4 different angles, and I think one of them was a stock shot of a demon bleeding that they use a lot in this anime.
Well, guess we're moving into spoilers, guys, so if you want, go watch it at least once, I'd say, and see what you think of it. It's not the worst game anime adaptation, I just think it's okay. There are a lot worse. But there's also better.
And it also suffers from some episodes being one episode when it should have been like a 3-parter.
Yep. Alright, so now we're in spoilers. Let's quickly run through these. Episode 1. There's only 12 of them, and a lot of these there's not really just much to say on. In episode 1, it's Dante having to escort Patty to the estate, which wasn't that whole thing a ruse anyways by the end?
It was a ruse because demons want money.
I would criticize the show for that, but that's something a lot of anime keep doing. Why do demons want money? I really want to know. What is the point?
Ask Mundus.
I will control the world through debt. Oh, I can't wait for that to be uploaded on our channel later. So, episode 1, I don't know. I thought it was
Be on the lookout for that, guys. I recreated I recreated a bug in it that I did 7 years ago.
I don't know. I thought episode 1 was okay, I guess. An okay introduction. And Dante has his coin from DMC too. I guess cool nod. If you like the Two-Face aspect of Dante.
He's not voiced by Troy Baker.
Wow.
Yes, yes, I did bring it back to Kakashi.
Didn't, episode 1, did that, how many cutaways did that one have in all the action scenes? Like when Dante had to shoot the demon from his car.
It had the usual.
Okay. Well,
Like,
by the end of
you
episode
could-
1, Patty's hanging around Dante's place now, because she's nowhere else to be, and clearly hanging around someone who's constantly accosted by devils is the safest place for a child. Makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah. Perfectly safe.
Okay, so episode 1's okay introduction, I guess. Episode 2, where Dante has to compete in a bike race.
Yeah.
I don't know. What'd you think of this episode?
I mean, it also introduces Lady.
It does. And brings her into the canon of the anime, I guess. How many cutaways did it have during the bike race, though?
Enough. The sad part is with these cutaways, you can tell behind them that the animators were trying to make good looking shots, but then they just got cut away and taken away from them.
They tried their best.
They tried, but the directing is so competent that it hurts.
I don't know, I thought this was a fun episode. And Dante riding a motorcycle is another reference that they keep bringing back. Because doesn't he ride a bike in every game after one? More or less.
Yeah, he rides the bike up the tower in 3.
He rides it into hell in everyone's favorite DMC 2. And then in 5, it's a devil arm.
I don't... In
4, I don't think he does use it, actually. Now that I think about it.
No.
Well, this episode's fine, I guess. Okay, so episode 3, which is honestly probably one of the stronger episodes. Oh, the demon that falls in love with a human. The whole theme of the series, isn't it?
Oh my god, it's like it's not DMC squared.
Yeah, and the demon is voiced by Illich Guardiola, everyone's favorite person in the world.
Yeah.
That was sarcasm. If anyone doesn't believe that I was being sarcastic, then I'm sorry. You're a bit slow.
Yeah. Oh, so that explains why Tokyo Machin aired on Chiller.
He is in that too, isn't he?
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, so yeah, this episode, demon falling in love with a human, Dante has to go sort it out, because they do the whole Romeo-Juliet thing. I think even the city is called Capulet City, too. So you can tell what they were going for. They're forbidden love. They mustn't be together.
I saw him doing this weird thing. Go kill him. It's literally how the episode is planned out by the fucking mayor that's not incompetent.
Yeah.
Or is he the mayor or the governor?
He's the mayor. The mayor of Capulet City. I remember that line because it's like, wow, you're really subtle, show.
So subtle, it hits you across the face with its
Cutaway.
face.
No, hits you across the face with its cutaway.
It cuts your face in half.
Well, hey, at least Dante has this whole thing of he only chooses to exterminate demons, and he picks the demon at the end because he cried, is able to make it fine as a human. It's almost like this show can do stuff right, and since this episode's focused primarily on the writing and characters, it works.
Yeah. With only the cinematography director fucking shit up. Anyways.
Hey, episode 4! This is where Trish goes up, and honestly, I think one of the better fights in the anime, air quotes. Trish and Lady meet, beat the shit out of each other.
Well, as much of it as you can see.
Allegedly, from what I looked up, I don't know if this is true or not, the staff were claiming they had the most fun working on this episode because the director wasn't a hard ass. Again, I don't know if that's true, but based on what we've seen, I can kind of believe it.
Yeah.
Also, seeing Trish and Lady do the whole cat and mouse thing the whole episode was kind of fun too. The next episode's your favorite, Di, isn't it?
Yeah.
Episode 5, where Dante has a stalker after him. All because he hears the girl he's interested in say, if you were more like Dante, I might be into you.
Despite the fact that at the end of the episode it established they were already into him.
Yeah. She just said she wished he wasn't, I guess, chasing her so hard. He was being too much of a tryhard.
Go ahead, say his catchphrase.
Hey, what gives? He says that like 9 times in the episode. I mean, hey, he's voiced by Dave Matranga, so that's something. If anyone likes Todoroki.
But that Dante guy is crazy. He took on the mob.
Yeah, Dante takes on the mafia, and they're disguised as demons, or they turn into demons. The episode is so dumb and over the top. It's hilarious.
It is the only episode where some of the cutaways work because they're from the perspective of him.
Yeah, so he's actually the main character of this episode, which we should have mentioned in episode 4. Lady was the main of that episode too, so it was mainly from her perspective. I think if there were more episodes like that, it probably would have worked a lot better. Okay, but episode 6, the Rock Queen, where a demon's possessed by music, I guess?
Demons want to get that record.
She made it's not a woman that made a contract with a demon to get a successful singing career, but it turned her fans into wild zombies.
Yeah.
I think my favorite line is they were so obsessed with her music that it caused them to kill themselves. Like, what? How does that work? I really want to know. The song is so good, man. I'm leaving. What?
I'll never hear music this good again. Have you heard half this shit on the radio now?
Funny enough, the singing in this episode is fully dubbed, which ADV is not known for dubbing their singing that often, so I don't know if that was a Capcom decision or what.
Probably.
But overall, this episode is just okay. Nothing inherently wrong with it.
Also, Dante was looking for that record too because it's one of the songs he likes on his jukebox that he keeps destroying.
Yeah.
Because the party's too crazy.
Well, I think in this episode he just got mad and punched it because he realized how much debt he was in.
Then he says, Morrison, do you repair it?
He's such a dick to Morrison.
Well, it's TMC. Everyone's a dick.
That's a fair point. Well,
why don't you go buy clothes and send Dante the bill?
Yeah, that was one thing Trish, Lady, and Patty all did in episode 4. They all 3 of them bought shit tons of clothes and sent Dante the bill. Honestly, that joke probably the best.
Hey, you, Dante? Two women gave me this address.
Yeah, and it's like, wait, why the hell would clothes cost this damn much? And it cuts away. Surprisingly, it get a good time. To Patty saying, I hope Dante won't mind, but I bought all these clothes. I'm sure it'll be okay.
He did promise me, after all.
But episode 7, man. We're almost done. It's the prison episode, which I think has your favorite line, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't Dante grab the fat prison warden by the throat or something?
Yep.
Yeah, so Dante has to break into prison to get break some guy out to prove his innocence because a demon murdered his friend, and I guess he was framed for it, or they were confused, thinking he did it. I don't know. But
Okay, that whole demon was not all that thought out. Make a wish.
oh, that demon was a dick. Even Dante pointed out that demon was a dick.
No, I do not approve of that wish. Make another.
No, the guy, because the demon will grant you any wish, and the guy that got arrested was like, I wish for money. No way. Well, fine, I want women. No, it wouldn't benefit you. Well, can I just have power then? I'm not interested. It's like,
What use are you?
So he loses a game of darts to his friend and is like, drop dead, you bastard! And then the demon shows up and is like, oh, I'll grant that wish. It's like, wow, you're kind of a fuck, demon.
Then you're not granting wishes, you're just an idiot.
But yeah, so when Dante has to go into the prison to break him out, this fat-ass warden hits on him and is like, oh yeah, your firm body is so delicious. It's, again, typical cliche prison shit, right?
Yeah, prison break indeed.
But Dante, man, he grabbed him by the throat and just says, you're one of those delicious, you pudgy fuck. I don't know, I get the feeling Ruben had a lot of fun delivering that line. You could just tell that he was having a blast with this dub the whole time.
Yeah.
But it's just weird, does this feel like another episode that should have been two-parter? Think about it. He finds out about the wishing demon, goes into the prison to break the guy out, breaks him out, and then deals with the entire wishing demon thing, all within under 20 minutes.
Well, lady's the one that finds the wishing demon while he's in prison.
Yeah, that's true, but I think you get what I'm getting at, though. It feels like a lot went on here. But at least the episode, again, was okay. Episode 8, alright, I'm gonna be honest, man, this was easily the worst episode in my opinion.
What?
And the sad part is, some of these episodes it said were based on manga and light novel chapters. I think this was one of them.
Which one?
So episode 8 has a guy showing up at Dante's, business or office, whatever you want to call it. He keeps calling him Tony. Oh, I'm sorry, the dub calls him Anthony.
Because citizens united against... Anyways.
Yeah, lip flaps. Because Dante used to be known as Tony Redgrave when he was younger. It was one of the aliases he went by.
Yeah.
So... Oh, this episode, there is so much wrong with it that just makes it look fucking stupid.
And it's filled with stupidity. And the only thing that fans of the series might get out of it is the episode obviously implies straight up that Dante was never here. It was clearly Virgil.
Yeah. Which I think that was the one thing this anime didn't have in it, actually, was any Virgil. He wasn't even mentioned. But, yeah, so Dante goes to this guy's town to see what he's talking about, because the guy's like, I could clear your mother's name! And the idiot is trying to summon a demon to shoot it to death with a shotgun. Like, what the fuck? Didn't it cut away when he tried shooting it too, when he summoned it?
Yeah, but Dante's hunter... Wait a minute.
Yeah, he said, he's like, Anthony, you're a hunter, when Dante rushed at the demon. And it's like, you hired him to come hunt this demon for you!
it's filled with a lot of stupidity.
The episode ends with this guy hating Dante because he believes that the demon came there looking for Dante, and that's why it burned down his hometown. So he's blaming Dante for it. I understand the ending here. It's supposed to be a sadder, more downer note, but it doesn't work when the guy is such a fucking idiot.
Also, Sid told him to find Dante.
Yeah, so one of the things we should have mentioned is Sid was introduced in episode 1, but Dante didn't find him worth killing because he was so weak. So he's basically been plotting throughout some of these episodes in the background. I guess it's the one thing keeping some of these eps connected.
Blink and you'll miss it.
But hey, episode 9 is here, and actually I don't mind this episode. This episode's okay. You know, the poker episode.
Oh, you mean where the orchestra plays heavy metal?
Okay, that part was stupid and you loved every second of it, don't lie to me. But, yeah, I don't know, it kind of worked like a mystery of which one of the poker players was a demon. At least it would have if, well... Isn't at the end some random demon shows up that was actually the one controlling them from behind the scenes through magic?
It was the client the whole time.
Yeah. So I guess kind of works.
I mean, it probably wouldn't be the first time a client did that to Dante.
That's true. But he snapped himself out of being mind controlled by having ladies shoot him in the chest.
Yeah.
It does make you wonder though. Lady shot him in the face in DMC3 and he didn't even react. Yet now he collapses?
She shot him in the heart.
I could totally make a Bon Jovi reference, but you'd want to slap me, wouldn't you?
Not really. It's 6 a.m. I don't have the energy for that.
Either way, this episode's okay. Even though it has an orchestra coming out halfway through the poker game. An orchestra that plays heavy metal. How does that work? It would be like if you went to I don't know, an
and the
orchestra.
other thing that makes the episode work is it plays off the running gag of Dante having terrible luck.
Yeah, Dante can't gamble for shit.
Then again, it's not really much of a running gag since it's been existent since DMC, well, 1 even.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I think this episode is one of the better ones too because it didn't have a lot of action in it, so it had to focus on clever writing and the characters.
Yay!
Is it sad that in DMC, an action franchise with an anime adaptation, the anime is known for having terrible action sequences?
Yeah. I wonder why.
Okay, we're almost done. Just 3 left. So episode 10. Honestly, this probably had the potential to be the best episode by far, but its length and cutaways fucked it.
Yeah.
This episode deals with twins that were trained by Sparta 2,000 years back to be his apprentices / successors.
Black only, white only.
Again, it would have worked, since Ante could have related to them, you know, the whole Virgil thing, and they could have ran with this, but because 20-minute runtime.
And the fact that they only kind of air quotes ever bring up Virgil in this anime, and that's during the Tony episode.
Yeah, and even then he's not name dropped, it's only implied.
And it's only implied if you know about the series beforehand.
So, yeah, these two, one of them wants to defeat Dante because he was waiting to beat Sparta to say, I beat Sparta, I want to fight strong people. So he challenges Dante, and at the end, kind of gets his ass kicked. That's the white one, isn't it? Pretty sure it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then his twin wants revenge on Dante, and that fight's over in like 2 seconds. It does a cutaway. Again, this episode would have worked if it were a 3-parter. Or I think it would have been better if these twins were recurring throughout the series and it built up slowly over time to this point.
No, fuck that. Bring Sid back.
Well, that's what we're doing, because we're on the last 2 episodes, which are the only ones that over-arc, really. So yeah, Sid's schemes are complete. And Patty's mom shows up, I guess, and was a descendant of an alchemist. I'm not gonna make an FMA joke. I'm resisting, it's okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And she sent Patty into hiding knowing that demons would be after her. Okay, I guess she didn't count on Patty getting mixed up with Dante then. And it kind of makes you wonder, well, where the hell was she when episode 1 happened and someone lied about her identity to get a family fortune?
No one said they were intelligent. And okay, let's not beat around the bush here. Sid's plan revolves around a lot of stupidity and conveniences going his way.
Yeah, so he needed to get a lot of objects throughout the show. You know, the wishing demon, one of the swords from the twins, and stuff to that effect. But in this episode, what he specifically needed was a pendant Dante was tasked in guarding, and Patty to be the one to summon its magic to open the Hellgate. And conveniently, Dante and Patty got into an argument, so she runs off with the pendant right to where Sid was holding her mother hostage. Yeah, again, if this would have worked if it were another, like, if this were 5 episodes instead of 2, and they could have slowly had Sid manipulate everyone. I don't know. Speaking of Sid, so, yeah, final episode time. Di, have you ever heard of the great demon Abigail that he wouldn't shut up about this whole time?
He was as strong as one of the 4 demons.
No, they kept saying he was as powerful as the Demon King Mundus. They didn't name drop Mundus, but they kept saying the Demon King. Which, as we've established before...
they didn't specifically say Moon... they said
he said I can even defeat the 4 powerful great demons. And then it was a lady who exposited saying it said he had powers on par with the Demon King. Because Lady found all this information at a library with Trish. I really want to know what library they went to, by the way, because, like, how?
The library on on Convenience Street.
Now, see, if they could have said it was the library from the beginning of DMC3. You know, the one that Virgil was in or whatever. Say, like, oh, some of those books still survived. It would have been convenient bullshit, but at least it would have been a nice nod or something that would have kind of worked.
No mentioning Virgil, only imply. Ooga booga.
So, at the end of F11, Dante's getting ready to fight Abigail in round 1, or Super Sid, whatever the fuck you want to call him. And it cuts away, and comes back to Dante being impaled by a sword. Because you don't get to see Dante lose. We don't want the antac to be somewhat
being
imposing.
impaled.
Yeah, he was he already impaled?
Already impaled.
Yeah. See, we didn't get to see Abigail do that to him. Because if you want your antac imposing, fuck you. Again... Well, at least they kept the tradition of Dante getting impaled by a sword at least once in an adaptation, right? Even DMC Squared couldn't do that.
Well, DMC Squared is a DMC game in name only.
But yeah, so I don't know, in episode 12, I like the scene where Patty pulls the sword out of Dante and apologizes for always getting angry at him and all the fights they got in. Again, it would have worked if the show were longer and spent more time building up the relationship. Because Patty, for the most part, is in the beginning and end of 80% of the episodes, so she's barely there if you look at it.
Yeah, it's for the best.
But hey man, Dante, he gets ready to fight Abigail while Trish and Lady are fighting the lesser demons, and this is where you said there were so many cuts it was unbearable to look at. Remember when Lady shot the rocket launcher and Trish jumped on it?
Yeah.
Did you say that looked terrible?
There were so many cutaways. It was the most awkward looking thing. Like that whole sequence. Let's say it was 8 to 10 seconds. 15 cutaways.
You figured with the final episode he'd say, alright guys, we gotta end this, go all out. In fact, when Dante fights Abigail, he goes Devil Trigger and they cut away. Like, that would have been cool to see, wouldn't it?
He allegedly goes Devil Trigger. If we didn't see it, it didn't happen. And, well, hey, I guess when he shoots Sid, he says jackpot, something DMC2 and Squared didn't have. Yeah, he's gonna make the world his bitch.
What, Mundus?
No, Sid, because he's as powerful as Mundus. Or Sibigale.
Sibigale. Sure, he's beta. So, but he honestly could have worked as a villain if the show were longer and had more time to cook. And had a better animation director. It's clear this show was rushed in a lot of areas. Again, the Capcom wanting DMC4 to be the biggest game ever. They needed everything to promote it. They wanted it to sell well, which led to that reboot we got. Because it didn't sell as well as Call of Duty.
Yeah, but then the reboot failed to outsell DMC4 Special Edition. And now we're in the good timeline again.
Yeah, so the DMC anime ends with Dante, Trish, and Lady off to their next mission. And the popular fan theory is it's Fortuna Castle, the castle in DMC4. At least that would have worked if this anime doesn't now take place before 2. But yeah.
Just another mission. And that, honestly, that didn't work. It being Fortuna didn't work anyways, because clearly Trish and Dante went separately.
That's true.
And
well,
Lady was just there at the end somehow. At least in the bonus scenes.
Either way, DMC anime, like we said, it's okay. You'll have to ignore a lot of the subpar action, but if you have to pick some episodes to watch, since it's episodic, I'd say 1, 3, 4, and then
ignore
maybe
the Tony Redgrave episode.
Yeah, ignore that one. Just ignore it. Oh god, that guy was a dumbass. But hey, we're still on the good timeline because the next Devil May Cry anime adaptation has been announced, and it's going to be done by the dude who did Castlevania, which I'm sure everyone knows is the new standard of how to do game-to-anime adaptations.
Yeah.
And unlike this, I don't think he's going to cuck people out of the action. So it does make us wonder where he's going to take the series. Will it be an adaptation like this, or is he going to adapt one of the games or do his own thing? Who knows? Yeah, and the show is streaming on Funny, I guess, right now. Hell, it's even free to watch on YouTube at the moment. So, go for it, I guess, if you're a DMC fan. But I get the feeling that we're probably going to cover something worse at some point later that's a game to anime adaptation. Oh god. How about you? Did you all like DMC more than we did? Did you hate it more than we did? I don't know. All I could say is, it's better than Gilgamesh.
It's a better DMC than DMC squared. Thought that I would have to try.
Yeah. Despite its flaws, I'd say it's still a fun watch. At least once. Thank you all for watching, guys. Hope you all enjoyed this, and if there's something
Go
you want
watch
us to...
DMC 2 and blame him afterwards.
It was hilarious. But if you want us to cover something, leave it in the comments, and maybe we'll cover it at some point. Who knows?
Watch out, the helicopter might get you.
Well, till next time, guys. Thanks again for watching. Bye!